Hey everybody, it's Friday again, and that means another video to kind of just look at my week in review and take a look at some of the projects that I've been working on this week. As you can see, I got some stuff scattered all over my workbench, which is not unusual. I actually just had to clean the workbench a little bit just so I could even get enough room to shoot this video. Just move some of these pieces over here. Alright, so I have a couple of continuing projects. Let's start with this one here. This is the Marvel Universe Gargoyle. I've been doing some work on his skin tone. Can't really get a good look at the. He was started with a deep orange base, and then I've done several glazes, lightening the color from a lighter orange to a yellow, and the skin tone has taken on a nice translucent quality to it. It doesn't really show up on the camera all that well. I don't know if maybe I can show it to you on his wings. No, you're still not really getting a good look at it. You'll see it better once he's complete and I make some photos. My Pythona, I haven't really had a chance to do much work on her. She's still here, and then I have this tail piece, which will be a piece that will be a companion for Pythona, but I don't know what he's going to be just yet. Then I have my Carol Danvers Captain Marvel. As you can see, I did some work sculpting her hair. If you know what she looks like in the comic books, her hair is just, it's crazy. And I'm trying to get the hair on this to look just as crazy, and it's not easy. I basically started with two head casts that I had. This was a head cast of a female from the newest Star Trek movie, I believe, Uhura. And then the top half was actually the hair from a head cast that I had from the old Slayer Design Studios. I cut it in half, I glued them together, and then I'm trying to sculpt some additional crazy looking hair in between to match the two together. I finished the paint job on the body. Actually, I haven't finished the paint job, I'm sorry. I still need to do her logo. She has a star logo that goes right in the middle of her chest. So that's Captain Marvel. And then I have a couple of some other projects that I started doing. Actually, this is one that I've had in a state of completion of one form or another for it's been a while. This is a G.I. Joe Samurai Budo. This is the vintage figure of the same guy, and what I'm gonna do is I'll probably end up painting this guy to match. So this will all get painted brown, the pants will get painted green, the arms will probably stay the same color, this off whitish gray. This armor will get painted to match the brown on this. And then I have a swappable head, which will give him a more samurai-like appearance. Which looks like that. This is actually an older Tunnel Rat head that I had. This helmet's not sitting on properly. So that's what he looks like. I've had a couple of people give me some feedback on him, and a couple of people said that the mempo I have here, the mask, it looks a little too big. And after taking a better look at it, it kind of does look a little bit big. This is actually a Lego Green Goblin head mask from the Lego figure for Green Goblin, and I made a cast of it and I cut it up to just look like the mask for a samurai. But it does look a little bit big on his head. Oops. So I'll probably end up converting that over to something else. And here I have his sword. I made a nice sheath for the sword. So this will get attached here. somewhere around here like this, so he can have that on his belt. And then I have two other projects that are in some very, very early stages. This one here is a commission request for a Judge Dredd. So I am in the process of sculpting a helmet and the armor for Judge Dredd. Like I said, this is very, very early work in progress. It's done over a Punisher head, so I can get that nice scowling mouth that Judge Dredd is famous for. I guess that's only about an hour's worth of sculpting right there, so that's still very, very early. And then last but not least, I got a commission request from a Facebook member who is in a reggae band. He wants a figure of himself and possibly the rest of his band. So this is what I've got so far. This is the hairpiece from some G.I. Joe character, Shadow Hunter or something like that. I forget what his name is. And the rest of it, these are pieces from God, I can't remember his name. Ripcord maybe, and then the pants from a Hazard Viper. Basically, the customer wanted T-shirt. T-shirt is going to be painted yellow with his band logo on the front, and then baggy pants. So I'm going to swap out the feet for some sneakers, some Storm Shadow sneakers. I have to sand off some of these things here and make it more like a pair of jeans. And then I'm going to sculpt this T-shirt to come down a little bit further so that it looks like a regular T-shirt. And then this hair piece is actually kind of stiff, so I'm going to make a cast of it and mold it so that I can do it in a more flexible material, and I'll get it to wrap around his head a little bit better. And then one other thing that I have for this guy is I have a swappable head. So I'll make an extra copy of the dreadlocks here, and I'll have this version of him so that when he's got the microphone in his hand, it'll look like he's singing. You know, his mouth is open and he'll be singing "Get Up, Stand Up" or whatever he wants to sing. All right. So that's about it for this week, really. You know, I feel like I did a lot, but I feel like I don't have a lot to show because none of it's done. I did work on Gargoyle, I did work on Captain Marvel, I did work on Budo, I did work on Judge Dredd, I did work on my little reggae guy. Still working on my Shockwave kits. Shockwave kits are still being painted. I'm really trying to get those done. I know people have been waiting for those for, you know, a while, and I'm really trying to get those done. Got more casting done. Like I said, I feel like I did so much this week. I spend anywhere from 10 to 12 hours a day in this studio. And, you know, now that I look back on what I've done for the week, I feel like I did nothing because I've got no completed projects to show. But, I've also got this Spider-Man here. This is a Marvel Legends Spider-Man. I saw the Future Foundation Spider-Man, the new Return of Marvel Legends Future Foundation Spider-Man at Toys R Us, and I wasn't really crazy about the body, the body sculpt. I don't know, something about it was really not all that great to me. So I took one of my Walmart Red Hulk series Black Spider-Mans, and I repainted him white. He's got just the base coat of like an off-white color, and then I'll build this up with 2 or 3 different shades, lightening him until it's a solid white, and then I'll paint the black parts of his Future Foundation costume onto there. So that's another one that I've got going. And well, that's about it really. I've also got this guy who's another old project who I'll probably do some work on again soon. This is a demon that I started a while back. I mean, now that I look at him next to Budo, he doesn't really look to be very imposing. He's not a very big demon, unfortunately. So But he's kind of neat. You know, he uses some parts. The snake body and the wings are actually from Warhammer 40k. And then I believe this is a I don't know what kind of torso. This might be one of the Slayer design torsos, and some Frost Giant arms from the Thor line. And this is an older Slayer Designs head cast that I have. You know, he's been in this state for a couple of years now, but he sits on my desk, and I look at him every day, and it really makes me want to put more work into him. But I'm sure he'll get done. It's just that I have so many other projects going on, so we'll get him done too. And I'm sure that as I do more work on him, I'll show more updates on him every week. But that's about it for now. That's what I did this week. So, like I said, it doesn't feel like I did much, but I feel like I spent so much time in this studio here. But I have nothing to show for it. But hopefully, by next week, I'll have 1 or 2 of these projects done. Budo just really needs some paint work. Hopefully, he'll be done soon, by the weekend, or maybe early next week. Gargoyle is just about done. I need to finish up the head. Pythona still needs some work. You know, I'm trying to get a nice, smooth, white coat on her. I don't know if you can see. You know, the paint is nice and smooth so far. That's probably about 6 or 8, maybe 10 coats of white, but I thin it down a lot. So it goes on nice and smooth, and then I'll probably do some glazing over the top of that to give it a little bit of a sheen. And that's it. You know, I'm gonna try and cast up this Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel head, and then I'll paint one of those. Paint the logo on her torso, on her chest, and she'll be done. Hopefully, I'll get the Shockwave kits done this week, or next week, I should say, because this week is over. But that's it. That's where we stand right now. So, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good weekend. And that's it. See you next week.